Hey guys, Ike here from Mike'sOutdoors.com. I'm back here today to do another one of our beginning archer tips, beginning bow hunter tips, and today I'm going to talk to you about your bow. I've done a video for beginning archers and talked about the different aspects of your bow. This one we're going to talk about your bow specifically for hunting. One of the things I see a lot, and I've seen a lot over the years as working in shops, is I see a lot of guys come into the shop 3 or 4 days before season, or even after season's already started, and they will put new strings on their bows and everything like that, and they don't bother to tune it or anything, and they just head to the woods, and these guys normally end up missing some deer. And you know, it's frustrating to see that happen when it's pretty easy to broadhead tune your bow, which I've done a video on it. I'll link that in this description below on broadhead tuning. It's very easy to do it. You don't have to be a rocket scientist or engineer to broadhead tune your bow. If I can do it, you can do it. I mean, it's a pretty simple thing, and it will make a huge difference in how well your bow shoots. So what I'm talking about in this video is basically get your bow tuned. Know your bow. There's a lot of things that can go wrong when you're out there in the tree stand. You know, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong, and that's one of the things why you got to know your bow and have that thing tuned and ready to go. You know, this is my Maitland Kinetic, and this is the newest bow that I've got. I've had this bow for about a month, but I've shot this bow a few hundred times in that month at least, and I know this bow. You know, I know that if I'm going to go tree stand or hunting with this bow, you know, I know every aspect of this bow. I know it backward and forward, and the important thing is I've got this bow tuned to where my broadheads and my field points hit within a couple inches of each other. And for my broadheads, I made just a slight adjustment to my sight, and that was it. So I see a lot of guys go out there and they throw their broadheads on, and then they change their sights. So and that they don't change the rest or anything like that. When you're broadhead tuning, you're really just changing your rest. Your field points are going to go where you make them go. I can make my field points, they can be pointing like this, and I can make them hit over here. With your broadheads, if they're pointing like that, they're going to go where they're pointing, and that's the biggest thing, is you got to make them point the right direction. Get that thing broadhead tuned, and that'll really make your arrow fly straight, really make your bow more accurate, and it'll make your bow more efficient. Your arrow will be coming out of there and actually flying straight like it should be, not fishtailing or anything like that, not trying to force it to come over where you want it, and that will get it to where it's shooting at the peak of its efficiency. So we got our bow broadhead tuned. Let's say we got our bow broadhead tuned and we've been shooting our bow lights out. We've been shooting it, you know, we've shot it a few hundred times. We really know this bow. And then we're going to throw our quiver on. We're going to go hunting. Don't just throw your quiver on and go hunting. It can really change the balance of this bow and really change the way this thing feels. Now, if you're going to go out and take this quiver off every time you get to the tree stand, that's no big deal. But if you're going to take some shots with this quiver on, shoot this thing. You know, go out there and shoot it 10, 20 times with this quiver on there. It's really going to make a difference on how your bow performs. If you're going to say shoot this arrow and you decide to put a lighted knock in there, go shoot those things. Most of them lighted knocks come with a practice knock. Go shoot those things. You know, this one, I've got some lighted knocks or some arrows built just like this for my other bow, and they're full of lighted knocks. They're going to shoot just a little bit different than what this one's going to shoot. So really, anytime you make a change to your bow before hunting season, go shoot that thing. You know, go out there and get the feel of the bow with that quiver on there, and get the feel of those arrows with that new lighted knock in there. Really shoot that bow. You know, if you want to be an efficient bow hunter, get out there and shoot that bow quite a bit before season. Get it tuned in, really get a feel for it, and really get to know your equipment. You know, like this one, you can see I've got my quiver angled. I can undo this quiver and make it set just like that, but I like it to be angled, you know. So just from trial and error and shooting this thing over and over, I like it to be angled back, and that way if I do my shooting, it just balances it out, puts the weight of the broadheads out just a little bit, and really gets it out to where I want it. and it really makes the feel of the bow that much better. So if you're a new bow hunter, of course you're probably excited about bow season. You're probably doing a lot of shooting. But if you're going to put a quiver on, shoot with that quiver on. If you're going to shoot with broadheads, broadhead tune that bow, and it's going to make it more efficient, and it's going to make you a better shot, and it's going to do what we all as bow hunters should be wanting to do. It's going to make you a more efficient killer. And I'm not going to say harvest deer, hunt deer. You're a killer. If you're a bow hunter, you're a killer. You're going to go out and you're going to kill animals. If you got a problem with that, then you don't watch this video. You know, I've got some choice words for if you've got a problem with the word kill. But we're going to go out and we're going to kill animals, and our job is to kill that animal as quickly and humanely as possible. It absolutely tears me up, and anyone who, any of you PETA people out there think us hunters are just out there for the thrill of killing things, you're dead wrong when it comes to Ike's Outdoors. Because when I shoot a deer and I can't find that deer, or that deer doesn't go down quickly, man, it just tears me up inside. I feel like someone's come to my house and shot my dog. You know, and it just absolutely tears me up inside. I won't sleep at night, and I really beat the bush trying to find that deer, and I do everything I can to make sure that deer, I find that deer. And to avoid those situations, I make my bow as efficient as possible, and I make myself as efficient as possible to make a good, clean kill. And I want to make myself a more efficient killer, a more efficient hunter. Because when it comes down to it, we owe it to the animals that we hunt, and we owe it to the animals that we're going to kill to do it quickly and to do it as painlessly as possible. So get out there and practice with this bow. I cannot say that enough. Practice with this bow. Become efficient with this bow. Become efficient with everything about this bow, and make this bow shoot at its peak and as efficient as possible. And it's going to make you a better hunter. It's going to make you a better killer. It's going to make you a better person overall, because you're not going to have that guilt weighing on your mind. And if you're out there and you're shooting deer and you don't have that guilt inside of you when you wound one, buddy, you got a little bit harder soul than I've got, because I absolutely, it tears me up. So it's probably one of the most important things you can do is practice, practice, practice with this bow. Anything change you make to this bow, practice with it when you make that change. So I'll get off my soapbox now. For more product reviews, how-to videos, you can check out our website, ikesoutdoors.com. Appreciate you guys watching.